Ever felt like your week's over before it even started, and you still haven't accomplished what you wanted? Here's the hard truth. The way most of us plan our week is setting us up to fail. But with a few simple tweaks, you can get way more done without adding a single extra hour to your day. Whether you're juggling school, work, or just life in general, planning your week can feel overwhelming. But what if there was a way to make it not only manageable, but also genuinely productive? Imagine going into your week feeling in control, knowing exactly what you need to do and when, so you can actually relax in your downtime. Today, I'll break down some game-changing techniques to help you plan your week effectively, eliminate wasted time, and reach your goals without the stress. Most of us make the same mistakes when it comes to planning our weeks. We tend to overload ourselves, set unrealistic expectations, and end up drowning in tasks we never really needed to do in the first place. You start Monday feeling motivated, but by Wednesday, you're overwhelmed, and by Friday, you're just trying to survive until the weekend. Sound familiar? But here's the thing. An effective plan isn't just about listing out every single task. It's about strategy. It's about prioritizing, setting boundaries, and most importantly, aligning your weekly plan with your long-term goals. If you've ever wondered why you keep hitting the same productivity roadblocks, it's probably because your weekly plan isn't setting you up for success. Step 1. Start with the big picture. Before diving into the details of your week, it's crucial to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Ask yourself, what do you genuinely want to achieve in the long run? Are you looking to advance in your career, improve your health, nurture your relationships, or develop a new skill? Understanding your long-term goals gives you a sense of direction. For instance, if you're aiming to get promoted at work, you might want to focus on developing certain skills or completing specific projects that demonstrate your abilities. If you want to improve your physical health, your long-term goal might include exercising regularly or learning to cook healthier meals. Take a moment each month to write down your big-picture goals. Keep them visible, maybe on a bulletin board or in a planner, so they're always at the forefront of your mind as you plan your week. When you're clear about your destination, it's easier to map out the journey. Step 2. Break down goals into weekly milestones. Once you've identified your long-term goals, it's time to break them down into manageable weekly milestones. This is where the magic happens. Instead of being overwhelmed by the enormity of your goals, you'll focus on smaller, actionable steps. Let's say your ultimate goal is to run a marathon in 6 months. Your weekly milestones could include running a certain distance each week, signing up for a local 5K to build endurance, or dedicating time to strength training to prevent injury. By setting specific milestones, you create a clear path toward your goals. Be realistic with your milestones. It's better to start small and build up rather than set yourself up for failure with overly ambitious targets. If you're new to running, aim for 3 runs a week, starting with short distances. As you get more comfortable, you can gradually increase your mileage. This approach not only makes your goals feel achievable, but also boosts your confidence as you meet each milestone. Step 3. Schedule your priorities first. Now that you have your milestones outlined, it's time to get them on your calendar. This is where many people stumble. They fill their planners with trivial tasks, leaving little room for what truly matters. To avoid this pitfall, start by blocking out time for your top priorities. If your goal is to improve your writing skills, schedule specific times for writing each week. If you want to dedicate more time to family, block off evenings or weekends for family activities. It's essential to treat these time blocks as non-negotiable appointments. Just as you wouldn't skip a meeting with your boss, don't skip these appointments with yourself. This strategy not only prioritizes what's essential, but also creates accountability. You're committing to your goals by making time for them, which increases the likelihood of following through. Step 4. Batch similar tasks together. One of the most effective ways to boost productivity is to batch similar tasks. This means grouping together tasks that require similar mindsets or skills. By doing this, you minimize the time spent switching between different types of work, which can be mentally draining. For example, set aside specific time blocks for tasks like responding to emails, making phone calls, or brainstorming ideas. Instead of checking your email throughout the day, designate a couple of times to tackle your inbox. This not only frees up mental space, but also allows you to focus deeply on your work without constant interruptions. Consider creating a daily or weekly checklist of tasks that fall into similar categories. This could include administrative tasks, creative work, or client meetings. By batching these tasks, you streamline your workflow and maintain momentum throughout the day. Step 5. Leave room for flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and sticking rigidly to a plan can lead to frustration when things don't go as expected. That's why it's essential to leave room for flexibility in your schedule. Instead of planning every minute of your day, create buffer zones between tasks. For example, if you have a meeting scheduled for an hour, consider blocking off an additional 30 minutes afterward. This allows time to wrap up notes, respond to emails, or simply take a breather. Flexibility also means being open to adjusting your plans as needed. If a task takes longer than expected, don't panic. Reassess your schedule and move things around instead of trying to cram everything in. It's okay to shift tasks to another day if it means maintaining your overall well-being and productivity. Another tip is to schedule white space in your week. This is unstructured time where you don't have anything planned. It can be used for spontaneous activities, self-care, or even just to rest. This can help reduce burnout and allow you to recharge for the next round of tasks. Step 6. Reflect and adjust. As the week unfolds, it's essential to regularly check in with yourself and reflect on your progress. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review what you accomplished. Did you meet your goals? What worked well? What didn't? This process of reflection is key to improving your planning skills. If you find that certain tasks consistently take longer than you planned, adjust your expectations for next week. If you realize that you're more productive in the mornings, consider scheduling your most challenging tasks during that time. You might also want to keep a journal or a digital note to track your reflections. This could include your weekly wins, challenges faced, and insights gained. Over time, you'll see patterns emerge that can help you refine your planning process. Remember, effective planning is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey. The more you reflect and adjust, the better your planning skills will become. Step 7. Celebrate your wins, big and small. Celebrating your achievements is a crucial part of maintaining motivation. When you focus solely on what's left to accomplish, it's easy to overlook how far you've come. At the end of each week, take time to acknowledge your successes, no matter how small. Maybe you completed a project ahead of schedule, maintained your workout routine, or simply stuck to your plan. Celebrate these wins. You could treat yourself to a favorite snack, watch an episode of a show you love, or enjoy a leisurely weekend activity. The key is to create positive reinforcement. When you reward yourself for achieving your goals, you're more likely to stay motivated and committed to your planning process. Additionally, consider sharing your achievements with friends or family. Talking about your progress can reinforce your success and inspire others to pursue their own goals. This creates a supportive network that can help everyone stay accountable. Imagine this. You wake up on Monday, and instead of scrambling to figure out what you need to do, you have a clear plan in front of you. Each day has its purpose. Each task has its time. No more scattered to-do lists or last-minute panic. You've taken control of your week, and it feels amazing. This is what effective planning is all about. Finding clarity, staying focused, and making meaningful progress. And it's completely within your reach. So, if you're tired of feeling like the week controls you instead of the other way around, it's time to change how you approach planning. Start with your big picture goals. Break them down into weekly milestones, schedule your priorities, batch your tasks, leave room for flexibility, and reflect on your progress. It might take a bit of practice, but once you get into the rhythm, you'll notice a real difference in how much you get done and in how you feel at the end of each week. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and check out the next video on setting up a daily routine that actually works.